Most of the wine are made from yeast and juice extracted from grapes. The grape season is very important since it has an impact on the taste of the final product. The grape used to make white wine and red wine are treated differently. The yeast used can be differentiated into wild yeast and cultured yeast. The primary fermentation is around 5 to 14 days, while the secondary fermentation is around 5 to 10 days. Wine is made through a process known as fermentation, which converts the sugar that is present in the grapes into alcohol. The yeast used in the fermentation process is specially cultured for this specific usage. The requirements needed during the wine processing include low oxygen level, standard steel tank. Moreover, sulfur dioxide can be added before the fermentation process for preservation purposes. The factors that can affect the stability of wine are heat, light, oxygen, low humidity, and vibration. There are few advantages of wine. Overall health benefit. Wine reduces the effect of aging, the risk of heart attack, and lower the chances of getting cancer. This is because protein of the grape skin can kill the cancer cell. For women, the chances of getting ovarian cancer, stroke, and osteoporosis can also be decreased. This is because wine can boost the estrogen level and hence slow down the destruction process of bone. Lung health benefit. White wine has antioxidants that can improve lung function. Heart health benefit. According to research, wine helps to improve heart function by reducing risk of coronary heart disease, as well as improving the function of blood vessels in the elderly. Stronger immune system. Wine can prevent the growth of ulcer-causing bacteria, stomach cancer, and food poisoning. The risk of getting bacteria also can be reduced. First, harvest the grapes and choose a suitable one. After that, put the grapes into the crusher. The crushed grape we call mass. The sugar content and pH of mass are measured by hydrometer and pH meter respectively. The measured sugar content should around 22 to 26 brick and pH is around 3. Sugar content is the mass can affect alcohol level in the end product. Mass is then transferred to the fermentation bed. Yeast, such as Saccharomyces cerevisiae and sulfur dioxide are added to the mass. Sulfur dioxide is added to prevent the growth of other microbes, such as Acetobacter, that can convert wine to vinegar overnight. Then, cap management is done once to twice a day to homogenize the temperature by recirculating the heat produced by the fermentation and to improve flavor extraction. The another method of cap management is pump over. It is done by collecting the juice from the bottom of the tank and redelivering it at the top of the tank using pump and hose. This is done because to avoid contamination, maximize extraction, and to speed up the fermentation process. The temperature of the wine is maintained at approximately 25 degrees Celsius, as severe changes in temperature can kill the necessary yeast cell. Fermentation is usually around 10 to 30 days. After that, lab test is conducted daily to examine the pH, temperature, and acidity. Initial 25 brick sugar level will decline to 1 brick. End product will contain around 13% of alcohol. At the end of fermentation, the wine presser is used to improve the final yield and extract some of the wine that is left in the residual grapes. The wine extracted from pressing is lower in quality than the free-run wine. The free-run wine and the pressed wine are now settled in the tank for few days and ready to be transferred to the barrel. The barrel must be sanitized and checked for linkage. During the aging process, the wine will remain in barrel for up to 15 months. Throughout the aging process, some of the wine will be absorbed by woods of barrel and evaporated. The barrel must be topped up with wine continually to prevent oxidation. In the barrel, the malolactic fermentation will occur, and this is known as secondary fermentation. If necessary, binding agent is added for enhance the flavor of the wine. The wine is then transferred from barrel to the tank for bottling process. The bottle is vacuumed before filling the wine. Then the wine is added into the bottle and closed with a cork. Lastly, the bottle of wine is labeled. There are several preservation ways before opening the wine. The wine must be kept in dark by kept in darker color bottle and bottle with UV filter. But the bottle with UV filter is not in complete protection. The corked wine bottle must be stored on their sides. If the wine are stored upright for a long time, the cork will dry out and air will eventually get to the wine. The temperature of the wine must keep in constant. The ideal temperature is 12.2 degrees Celsius. The temperature should never fluctuate more than 1.6 degrees Celsius a day and 2.7 degrees Celsius a year. This is due to the changes in temperature will affect the aroma and sensory characteristic of wine. The vibration should be avoided as it will negatively affect the wine. The humidity need to keep at around 70%. If the humidity over than 70%, mold will grow and label will be loosened. If the humidity lower than 70%, the cork will keep from drying. The wine should be kept from strong smell to avoid absorption of other smell to the wine. Besides that, the wine should store in an appropriate time because not all wine improve over time. The wine should serve in different temperature because different wine have different serving temperature. In the other hand, there are also preservation way after opening. The wine can store in wine cellar and closet. As an alternative way, a fridge can also be used. It can be stored for 3 to 5 days. To minimize the air exposure, the wine pump or wine stopper can be used to cover the wine. The wine also need to keep from light and heat.
Jawbreaker. This candy has occupied candy lovers over decades. Jawbreaker is also known as cup stopper. It is hard and round confectionery. The size of this candy ranges from hazelnut size to golf ball size. Inside this candy, there are few layers of color, which the pattern is like concentrate ring. This candy is very hard, so it is not for chewing and biting. However, this candy will dissolve slowly in mouth. The process of making this candy is made under high temperature for crystallization, and with a little use of technology, it takes longer time to produce this candy. To make this candy, the worker must first prepare raw ingredients, which are rubber, preservatives, and thickener. All of these ingredients will be put inside agitator and undergo agitation process. Dough form will be produced as a result of agitation. This dough will undergo steaming process for 4 hours at a temperature of 300 degrees Fahrenheit. Sugar, flavoring, and coloring will deteriorate at heat, so worker add those later. After cooling for 24 hours, the dough will be hardened. There will be addition of 2 types of syrup. The first is food syrups, the second is corn syrups. The reason to add these 2 syrups is to sweeten the candy. Alongside, workers will add icing sugar to make the candy easier to chew. Workers will add natural and artificial flavor that can include lemon taste, orange, strawberries, grape, and even tutti frutti. All of this will be added into agitator and mixed together. The next step will be extrusion method. This is where the product from agitation process will move by conveyor belt and go to extrusion machine. It is shaped into pipe-like shape and then cut into smaller pieces. These small pieces will then go into forming machine and form to a round ball shape. These small candies will go to air blow for evaporation. The reason behind is to remove the water content, followed by cooling in cooling tunnel, and after it is cooled, it will go into another forming machine to maintain its shape. Workers then put the small candies into hot pan. Later on, they added in syrup, which is food syrup, caramel wax to give glossy color surface, food coloring, and lastly dextrose. They will be rotated together for 20 minutes to dry the ingredients. This process is repeated for 10 times for 4 days. As a result, Jawbreakers with many different colors will be produced. The last step is packaging step, whereby this ready to be consumed Jawbreaker will be packed inside plastic container and sealed. Jawbreaker store best in cool, dry, and low humidity location. Their shelf life can be up to 18 months if not exposed to extreme hot and cold environment.